session, and in today's session we will discuss about class 10 chapter 3, that is polynomials. Polynomials, right? Before that, let us recall what we learned in the previous classes. Okay, so what do you mean by constant, and what do you mean by variable? Let us try to understand the difference between constant and variable. What do you mean by constant? What do you mean by variable? Constant, which is nothing but it has a fixed value. Constant, it has a fixed value. Generally, numericals are called constants. For example, 1, 2, number 100, number 5, and so on. Constant, it has a fixed value. For suppose the length and breadth of your classroom. Is it a fixed value or not? For example, this is our classroom whose length is 5 meters and length is 15 meters and breadth is 5 meters. Here length is 15, length is equal to 15 meters and breadth is equal to 5 meters, which is fixed. Its value, it does not change, right? It is a fixed value. For example, the number of days in a week. How many days in a week? We have 7 days in a week, right? Which is a fixed value. Fixed value. That is called constant. Coming to variable. What do you mean by variable? It does not have fixed value. Its value is continuously changing. For suppose, in general example, the temperature in a day. The temperature in a particular day is not always constant. It may gradually increase and then it will decrease, right? The temperature in a day. Suppose the growth of a plant. It is not fixed, right? It's continuously changing. Its value is continuously changing. So generally variables are represented by English alphabet letters A, B, C, or X, Y, Z, and so on. I mean, it takes different values. Its value is not fixed. It continuously takes different values. So that is the difference between constant and variable. Now coming to term. The word term, what do you mean by term? Term is nothing but it is a constant or a variable or else combination of constant and variable. Is it a constant? Okay, 5 is constant. We can also call it as term. For example, x, which is a variable, we can also call it as term. Or else combination of both constant and variable. 5x, which is what? Which is a term, because it is a combination of constant and variable. Here 5 is also term. Also it is constant. Here x is also term, is also it is a term or also it is a variable. So understood what you mean by term? It is a constant or else a variable or combination of constant and variable. That is called term. Okay. Now next term is expression. Our next term is, what do you mean by expression? Expression. Okay. It is a single term or combination of term. When two or more terms are connected by the symbol either plus or minus. When two or more terms are connected by the symbol either plus or minus. For suppose 3x. What is 3x? Which is a term plus 4y. 4y is also term one term, 4y is another term, and 5z is third term. I mean, when two or more terms are connected by the symbol either plus or minus, then that is called as expression. Got it? What do you mean by expression? When two or more terms are connected by the symbol either plus or minus. So which is also an expression? See, for example, 3z minus 5. See here how many terms we have? Addition and subtraction will separate the terms. So this is one term and 5 is second term. And these two terms are separated by the symbol minus 5. So then it is called as expression. Got it? What do you mean by expression? Okay. If we know these basics, then we can go with our chapter name, that is polynomials. What is the definition of polynomial? What is the definition? The definition of polynomial is an algebraic expression in which variables involved have only non-negative integral powers. Is called a polynomial. This is the definition of polynomial. Let me explain each and everything. What is that? An algebraic expression. Okay? An algebraic expression. Okay? Let me write one expression. For suppose 2x plus 3. Is it an expression? Yes, of course it is an expression. Because here we have two terms. One is 2x and other one is 3. Two terms are connected by the symbol plus. Here two terms we have. They are connected by the symbol plus. Okay, which is an expression. An algebraic expression in which variables. Can you say me what is the variable over here? Here the variable involved is x. The variable involved have only non-negative integral powers. Can you say me what is the power of x here? The power of x is 1. I mean power equal to, here power is 1, which is a positive integer. Hence it is called as a polynomial. Here 2x plus 3 is a polynomial. One more example. X square minus x plus 12 is equal to 0. X square minus x plus 12 equal to 0. Is it an expression? Yes, of course it is an expression. Because here we have totally 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. When two or more terms are connected by the symbol either plus or minus. Yes, it is an expression. An algebraic expression in which variables involved. What are the variables involved here? The variable is here x only. Variables involved have only non-negative integral powers. What is the power here? Here x power is 2 and here x power is nothing, means 1. So power is 2 and 1. Of course, they are positive integers only. They are non-negative integers. Hence it is called polynomial. Okay. For suppose y cube plus 4y square plus 5y plus 6. non-negative integral powers. Of course, they are positive integers, right? Yes, it is also a polynomial, right? Can you say me, is it a polynomial? Yes, of course, it is also a polynomial which is called constant polynomial. Let me write here. For example, polynomial that p of x is equal to 5, which is constant. Also, we can call it as a term which is a constant polynomial. What we can call it as? Which is a constant polynomial. Constant polynomial. Can you say me what is the degree of constant polynomial? Okay, let me explain first of all what do you mean by degree. What do you mean by degree? Let me explain what do you mean by degree. Degree of a polynomial. Degree of a polynomial. Okay, so for suppose, let me take one polynomial p of x is equal to 2x plus 3. P of x is equal to 2x plus 3. Here, what is the variable involved? The variable involved is x here. The variable involved is x here. What is the highest power of the? What is the power of the variable here? Here x is the variable and whose power is nothing means 1. Whose power is nothing means 1. Hence degree equal to 1. Highest power of the variable involved of a given polynomial is called degree of the polynomial. Students, here the variable involved is x, whose power is here 1, so degree equal to 1. For suppose, let p of x is equal to x square plus 7x plus 10. Here what is the variable involved? Variable involved is x here, and here the power is 2, and here the power is 1. What is the highest power here? The highest power is of course 2. Highest power of the variable involved of a given polynomial. Highest power is 2. Hence degree equal to 2. Hence here what is the degree? Degree is 2. Got it? So for suppose polynomial p of x is equal to 3x cube plus 4x square plus 5x plus 6. Can you say me what is the variable involved here? Of course, the variable involved is x. And what is the highest power here? Highest power is 3 here. Here the power is 2. Here the power is 1. And the highest power is 3. Therefore, degree equal to 3. Okay? Based on degree, polynomials can be classified into 3 types. Based on degree, polynomials are classified into 3 types. They are linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, and cubic polynomial. Based on degree, polynomials are classified into linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, and cubic polynomial. Students, if the degree of the polynomial is equal to 1, then we can say that it is a linear polynomial. Suppose you can see in example 1, if you observe here, given polynomial is 2x plus 3, and what is the degree? Here highest power is 1, so degree equal to 1. Hence it is called as linear polynomial. Which polynomial? Linear polynomial. What do you mean by linear polynomial? A polynomial whose degree is equal to 1. A polynomial whose degree equal to 1. It is called as linear polynomial. Linear polynomial. So what is the general form of linear polynomial? The general form of linear polynomial is p of x equal to ax plus b. What is the general form of linear degrees to. Okay, what is the general form of quadratic polynomial? That is p of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. See, this is the standard form or general form of quadratic polynomial. I mean, whose degree is 2. Hence, we say that quadratic polynomial. Okay, coming to third example, you can see the third example. Given polynomial is 3x cube plus 4x square plus 5x plus 6. And what is the variable involved here? The variable is involved here x. And what is the highest power here? Highest power is 3. Hence degree equal to 3. If the degree of the polynomial is 3, that is called cubic polynomial. Which polynomial it is? Which is our cubic polynomial. If the degree of the polynomial is equal to 3, that is called cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. Okay, this is our basic introduction about polynomials. And then we have to know that zeros of the polynomial. Value of a given polynomial. Let me explain. Next, let us find out value of a polynomial. Value of a polynomial at a given point. Okay. For example, let p of x equal to, let p of x is equal to 5x square minus 4x plus 2. P of x is equal to 5x square minus 4x plus 2. Okay, let us find p of 1. Let us find p of 1. I mean, what is the meaning? I mean, in the place of x, in place of variable x, we will take x equal to 1. I mean, put x equal to 1. I mean, p of 1 is equal to 5 into x plus 1 square minus 4 into, in the place of x, 1 plus 2. We are substituting in the place of x 1. Got it? So 5 into 1 square value 1 minus 4 into 1, 4 plus 2. So 5 into 1, 5 minus 4 plus 2. 5 minus 4, 1 plus 2. Which is equal to how much? 3. I mean, what is the value of p of 1? P of 1 is equal to 3. So this is the value of a polynomial at a given point. So the value of polynomial p of x is 3. At a given point, x is equal to 1. At a given point, x is equal to 1. Okay. And also, we can find zeros of the polynomial. How to find? This is the value of polynomial at a given point. Now, let us find out what is the zero of the polynomial. Zeros of a polynomial. Okay, let us consider given polynomial. Let us consider the polynomial p of x is equal to 2x plus 3. The polynomial p of x is equal to 2x plus 3. Okay, if you want to find zeros of a polynomial, what you do? You need to is equal to 0 for the given polynomial, as we have learned in class 9th, right? If you want to find the zeros of the polynomial, what we have to do? We have to equate given polynomial to the 0. I mean, p of x is equal to 0. So what is the p of x? P of x is 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. This plus 3 you transpose, so 2x equal to x is equal to 2x plus 3. Also we can call it as roots of the polynomial, which is also called as root of the polynomial. Root of a polynomial. Got it? So this is the way to find the zeros of the polynomial. One thing you remember, if you want to find the zeros of the polynomial, we need to equate given polynomial is equal to 0. Consider one more polynomial. Let us consider p of x is equal to x square plus 7x plus 10. How to find the zeros of the polynomial? As we know, if we want to find zeros of the polynomial, we need to equal to 0 to the given polynomial. Let us equate p of x is equal to 0. What is p of x here? X square plus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. Okay? As we know that this is a quadratic polynomial because here degree equal to 2. By using factorization, we can find the zeros of the polynomial. You can see here, what is the constant here? 10. Coefficient of x square is 1. 10 into 1, 10. Factors of 10, I mean 2 table, 2 5s are 10. If I multiply 2 into 5, I will get 10. If I add 2 and 5, I will get 7. We can also call it as splitting the middle term. Got it? So x square, 7x I can write as 2x plus 5x plus 10 is equal to 0. Okay? From these two terms, if I take x as common, I will get x plus 2. From these two terms, if I take 5 as common, x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, I can take here x plus 2 as common. If I take x plus 2 as common, what I will get now? X plus 5. X plus 5 is equal to 0. One is x plus 2 equal to 0. And other one is x plus 5 equal to 0. Plus 2 you transpose, you will get minus 2. Plus 5 you transpose, you will get minus 5. I mean we got how many zeros? We got 2 zeros. One is x equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 5. We got 2 zeros because it is a quadratic polynomial. So for quadratic polynomial, how many zeros you will get? 2 zeros you will get. And what about this, which is a linear polynomial, because whose degree is 1. So how many zeros you will get? You will get only 1 zero. For linear polynomial, we will get 1 zero. For quadratic polynomial, we will get 2 zeros. For cubic polynomial, we will get 3 zeros. And also we have biquadratic polynomial, I mean whose degree is 4, we will get 4 zeros. Got it? So this is about zeros of a polynomial. Got it? So this is our introduction to our chapter name polynomial. Once if you understand the introduction properly, then we can go with the exercise. Okay? I hope you all understood today's session. Thank you.